What's up nail friends? In today's video I'm going to be doing my own nails. They are clearly in horrible shape. This is my right hand. I have been biting them. So what happened was they were nice and not bitten, but then I went too long before doing them. I picked off my last set so you can see some damage on some of these nails. I picked them off and then I went to town biting them. If you're not a nail biter, you probably wouldn't understand, but once you get started to bite, you kind of can't stop. So this is where I'm at right now. We're just going to do a set and do a transformation of this to this. The first thing I'm going to do is push my cuticle skin back. So I'm going to take my Luminary Nail Systems cuticle tool. And I like it because it has this kind of like flat, like rounded edge here. So you can get underneath the cuticle area and kind of push it upward, which, you know, just makes it a little easier. So I'm just going to do that on all of these nails. You want to be very gentle. You don't want to like push, you just want to lightly pull this up. And keep in mind, this is my dominant hand and I'm working with my non-dominant hand. So this might be a little difficult for me every step of the way. So now I'm using the back end of this. And I'm just going to scrape up the cuticle. And again, be gentle, don't put a lot of pressure down. This is just going to help with adhesion because then you'll be able to get rid of it. So I'm just going to use this tool. I got this bit from Get Buff Nails. I just like this bit because it's safe. And I'm just going to put my thumb here because remember, this is my non-dominant hand working on my dominant hand. So I like to put my finger down for support because it's just like not easy doing your own hand. And then I'm going along the cuticle area, mostly focusing on this part of the bit, and I have it on an angle like this, and I'm just getting into the cuticle area. Don't worry about this side yet because we're going to turn our E-file on reverse and go down that side as well. Reversing now, and we're going to go down this side of the nail. This always makes my hand cramp. Okay, so now I'm going to use this bit. This is also from Get Buff Nails. A lot of the time I would be using a flame bit, but because I'm working on this hand, which is hard, I'm going to use this one, which is nice and soft and rounded. Just so I don't stab myself, poke myself. I'm just going to dust. Using my thumb to get into the sidewall. I will reverse, like I said. Be very gentle. This feels actually really nice though. And you can see it's like red in here, so I'm not really going to go deep into that area because I was obviously chewing that up. This is just to get any extra little bits you missed. Reversing it. Carefully going on this side now. Using my finger to hold my thumb in place. For that stability. And I don't have this on a fast speed, just so I can have more control. Just gonna take my file and go over to remove any shine I see. There's not a lot of shine on my nails, so I'm just gonna remove that little bit, avoiding my tip. I really don't want to damage my nails any more than they already are. I really shouldn't have picked them off, but I don't know, I just did. I was doing so good too. I went like a good week and a half or two without even thinking about biting them. Okay, the next file I'm gonna use is this kind of rounded one. I'm actually gonna push the skin back again before using this bit. This bit will smooth out your skin a bit. And again, I'm just gonna push the skin. It helps push it out of the way. And so this doesn't really get rid of any cuticle skin, it just helps clean up the area a little bit. And it's really soft, it feels really nice. And then again, reverse around the other side. Okay, so I'm gonna take a lint-free wipe and some alcohol, and I'm really just gonna push that up into the cuticle area, get all that dust off. Really clean it all up. Okay, and this is what they look like now. So the cuticle area is clean, but the tip is all rough. But we're gonna fix this set, so don't worry about that. For this set, I'm gonna be using square matte finish tips. I'm gonna make them really short and try to make them look kind of like short and natural. I'm gonna be using the Sugared Almond Shimmer from GLITTERBELS. You can see it's got lots of gold shimmer in it. Thought that was pretty. On top of that, I'm gonna be using the GLITTERBELS Shattered Gold gel polish. And then I'm gonna make this set matte by using a matte top coat from LUMINARY. Okay, so I always like to glue my tips on before I do my primer or my dehydrator, so that's what I'm just gonna do quickly. So when you're applying tips, you're gonna wanna make sure that you have it mostly at the end of the nail and then attached evenly at the sidewalls. I'm not gonna keep these long because obvious reasons. My nails are weak. So I am going to shorten these, and I'm gonna pinch this set to make sure that this set is super natural looking. Here we are with these. My nails look so bad, sorry. But I mean, I am a nail biter, so hopefully this helps other nail biters. So I'm just gonna, I don't normally like to file tips when they're on my nails. I just think it feels weird. I'm just gonna blend this a little bit, especially where those points meet my natural nail here. And then I'll shorten these in a minute. Just gonna blend a little bit first. I'm just gonna use some pretty scissors to shorten these. I don't know, I want them really short because my nails don't feel great. So I'm just gonna shorten them a bit and then I'll shorten them more. Just to see. Because I might do like a bit of a rounded square. Okay, that's so short. I always make this one longer, always. Because I can always do this set at whatever length and then file them shorter. because I want to pinch them and make them look really natural. So I might just leave them as is and then shape them more at the end. I don't know, we'll see. But for now I'm gonna cleanse because I added dust back to everything. You want no dust when you're doing nails because the dust will cause lifting. So I'm gonna go in with my GLITTERBELS dehydrator. And my GLITTERBELS acid-free primer. Okay, let's get started with application. I'll start on my thumb, I think. I'm gonna be using my GLITTERBELS Hema-free monomer, and then we're just gonna apply this sugared almond shimmer. Okay, keep in mind, this is on my, I'm using my non-dominant hand for application. So it might be a little sloppy, but I'll try my best. So I'm just gonna do a little bead to start at the cuticle area. I'm bending my finger downward, and I cleaned off my brush. Eee, this is hard. I'm gonna push this towards my cuticle area. I purposely did a really small bead instead of like trying to do a full application, just because I thought it'd be kind of hard for me. I'm just carefully pushing this product close and then gonna fade that down. So as long as we get our cuticle area done without messing that up too much, we should be good. Because you don't want to overlap the skin or get product on the skin, because then you'll just cause lifting, and that's not what you want as a nail biter. I'd rather do small beads and have to try to build this up than try and get it all done in one bead, because it's really hard with your non-dominant hand, you can imagine. Basically just want to get the color on, then build up and fix. I feel like I don't do this often enough that I can't feel like when you're using your normal hand, you kind of get used to what you're doing. You can kind of feel the product move and you can kind of like anticipate, but I feel like I don't have enough memory in this hand for that. And this is really difficult. So this will probably be lumpy and ugly, but we're gonna finish file. And as long as we don't overlap the skin, it doesn't really matter how many beads. I'm just trying to be careful. Man, that's hard. This is hard. So sugared almond shimmer is a core powder, so I can just use it to build the whole nail instead of applying clear over top. So that's kind of what I'm doing. That's why I'm also adding so many beads. fading that down. Now remember, I'm not really gonna keep this square shape because I don't like it. I'm gonna pinch these and then we're gonna file them and stuff. So we'll see what shape I end up with. I haven't decided 100%. Probably like a rounded out square, just something a little bit more natural. Or I might like make them like a short almond. I'm not really sure. Shoot, I just accidentally bumped the tip with my brush. So I'll come back and pinch this. Placing this down, wiping off brush, close to the cuticle area without overlapping it. And then I'm going to drag this down. And then I'll be checking my thumb every few minutes here to make sure that that doesn't dry before I get a pinch in. Now I'm adding more of this. Try to get coverage on the tip. This is not super easy. Should probably practice doing my dominant hand more. So I'm gonna try to pinch this nail now. I feel like I might have waited a little too long. Oh no, that's good. Okay, so we're gonna go in, we're gonna put our pinching tools here. I'm just gonna bring those sidewalls in. And you can see that now it's not that flared out at the edges. And it does help bring in the sides of your natural nails right here. This isn't painful or uncomfortable. You just want to be gentle. And it helps your C-curve. So I'm going to leave that tool on while I build this nail up a little bit more. Okay, so my thumb has a better pinch now. And then I'll pinch this in a bit, but let's work on the middle finger now. So I'm just placing that down, cleaning off my brush. It gets a little, like you get kind of used to it a little bit more as you go along. The first nail is always really weird. Oh no. So you don't want that to happen. So you gotta work a little faster than what I was just doing. Okay, let's check this nail. Not ready. I'm gonna add more at the tip. Clean off your brush if you're noticing it's sticking at all, because that means you just have product on your brush and that's why it's sticking. Just gonna pull this up. Remember, it It's okay if it looks a little lumpy. We're gonna file and it'll look good or okay, or at least better than what it looked like in the end. So I'm just gonna double check this nail. Okay, I can pinch this one. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this tool on while I add my apex to this nail. And that's kind of how I go along with all the nails. I kind of do one nail, do the next, go back and pinch, do the next, go back and pinch, and so on. So you can see already how wide this nail looks compared to this one. So that's why we pinch. We don't want a wide nail. So yeah, I'm gonna finish applying on the last two nails and then we'll get into finishing. Okay, so they're all done. I found it easier to apply when I wasn't trying to film, obviously, because this is like not the best position, and I find it's easier if I have my hand like that close to my face and close to my face, but you know, so you can see that these two look kind of like smoother, a little bit better. But here's what they look like all pinched. They're not filed or anything yet, but I'm gonna file them on camera for you guys so you can see. I haven't really decided the shape, so I'm just gonna off camera file my thumb and decide on a shape, and then I'll do the rest for you guys and show you guys the shape I'm gonna go with. Okay, I'm not sure I like that I shaped these. I kind of rounded out the edges. I'm not loving that. So let's square this back out. The rounded out edges, to me, makes it look like I made a mistake. It doesn't really look natural. So I'd rather them just be square. Like a short square. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so I'm just gonna file these. I like this bit because it's kind of rounded, so you can't like slip and cut yourself or anyone else. So I'm just using this to debulk like the parts I had kind of, you know, what's the word, lumpy. So I'll just lightly debulk. I'm not putting a lot of pressure because you don't really want to take off a lot of product. You just want to debulk the product, so it just makes it a little easier when it comes to hand filing. I'm going to take my file now, and I'm just going to use this to file over the whole nail like so. This will just help smooth and even everything out. But do you see how the sidewall drops down? You want to bring that sidewall up. And then I'm going to hold my finger and go up and down to get that square shape. I can also go back and forth because that's actually really hard to do. But I want to shorten this, and while I'm shortening it, bring the sidewalls up and taper. I'm going up and down for the free edge. And again, I'm gonna file this shorter because I want it pretty short. Like, look how short my thumb is. Yeah, a little bit shorter. Okay, I'll buff that in a minute, but that's what it looks like so far. So I'm just gonna file the rest of these. Okay, here's where we're at. So I'm just gonna take a GLITTERBELS buffing block and buff the nails. I just lightly buff over them just to get rid of some of the scratches. I'm gonna cleanse this set. Make sure you get all the dust. Again, dust gets in the way. We're gonna be doing some gel, so we don't want dust. Especially at the cuticle area, it always gets kind of stuck. And then underneath the nail. And that's how they look. Much better than that Bitten mess they were before. Okay. So like I said, we're gonna do gel, like this gel on top. I just think that this looks really pretty, just spread on the nails, and they already have that kind of sparkle to them. So it's basically just like gold foil pieces. I just thought it'd be fun to use this. You don't need a lot, I just like the spread of that. And then do that on the rest of the nails. Okay, gonna cure that. Okay, so that's what they look like, shiny with that. But I do want them matte, so you guys can kind of imagine what this would look like if you did a shiny top coat. I feel like matte would be better since they're so short. I don't want to draw lots of attention to this hand at all. So I'm gonna go in with my Luminary Nail Systems and Power Matte over top. And sorry if you can hear that annoying buzzing sound, that's my gel lamp. It's really loud. Okay, so after I have top coated and washed my hands, I find it really hard to turn my hand this way and show you guys, but anyways, here is the finished design. So nice shape. They feel so much better to me than that Bitten short. Oh my god, they hurt when they're short and Bitten, like so sensitive. This feels strong. Yeah. Anyways, what do you guys think? This is how long they are. So they're not super long. Should be able to function well with these. And I can do a update video for you guys if you want. Just let me know down below how they grow and how they look in a few weeks. So I hope you guys like this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Click the bell next to it so my videos go into your subscription feed, and leave me a comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.